My friend asked me to help convert a spreadsheet full of his customers into printable mailing address labels. We figured out an AI workflow that would actually do this. Here's how it went down. The first issue was this was in a Mac numbers file, and we needed to convert that to Excel. So I asked ChatGPT to do it, and it could not. It does not have the ability or capability to convert that. So I asked it to convert it to CSV instead, and maybe convert that to Excel, but that didn't work either. I tried this external website, cloudconvert.com. Never seen it before. They're not a sponsor. They give you one free conversion. It worked. Now it's an XLS file, but it says that's still not good enough. It has to be XLSX. So I went ahead and converted it to SLXX by just opening and saving it. Now I told it to add a leading 0 to the zip column. It claims it did, but it didn't work because the zip column is actually numerals and digits and is not plain text, so it removes the leading 0. So I told it, didn't work, convert the zip file field to plain text first, then add the leading 0, and it did it. The next issue we had was there was too much extra data. We just needed to reduce this down to the names, addresses, zip code, and city and state to make it a mailing list. So I told it to just kind of remove all the other data we didn't need, but for some reason, it only put the people's first names in the list. So I told it we need the person's first name, address, city, state, and zip. And it said, got it, but it didn't really work still. And I asked, why is only the person's first name showing up and nothing else? ChatGPT then explained to me, it looks like the clean file you asked me to generate only contains column member first name. The top of the columns were actually not labeled, so it doesn't even know what's first name, address, city, and state. Because when I asked it to just take out all the excess and only put it down to the address, city, state, and zip for mailing, for some reason, it took out the titles of all the columns. It's asking me now, would you like me to go back to the earlier file, the one with the columns preserved and the zip column fixed, and regenerate the Avery labels using the full address data? So I told it yes. Now we have the addresses in there, but it's still only showing the first name. And I said, my bad, I forgot to ask for the last name. So I gave it the proper formatting for one last little revision, and it worked. We got the first names, last names, and addresses. Only problem is now it's bleeding over. You can see on the edge of the page, there's just too much gap in between everything. So I thought maybe we were using the wrong labels. Let's try Avery 5160 and tell it the size and have it modify this list so it fits the Avery 5160 address label template. And now it worked and everything looks perfect. The next thing we got going on here is a separate list with basically the same type of thing where we want to just reduce it down to a mailing list and then have it converted to Avery labels. So we uploaded the next list in XLSX format, and I said, apply the same workflow to this Excel spreadsheet, exclude entries that have T in the member status column because T means inactive, and we're excluding the inactive people. Convert the zip code column to text, add a 0 in front of each zip code that only has 4 digits. Do not modify 5-digit zip codes because there actually were a few in this list that did not start with 0. We want the final result in the Avery 5160 labels to have these fields: first name, last name, address line 1, address line 2, city, state, and zip code. And sure enough, it did it. It gave us the Avery 5160 labels. Everything is correct. It's got the first and last name. Everything looks good. And we can reuse this same workflow again later for another spreadsheet full of clients. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you found some value in this video, please click the like button. I'm going to be making videos about ChatGPT, Grok, and also open source AI models. So if you're interested in any of that and you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and have a good one.